Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some very juicy Monster High tea because it seems that Cupid might just join G3 soon after all, so stay tuned for all the details and let's get into it. A couple days ago, someone on Instagram sent me a picture of what seems to be CA Cupid's new design for G3. They said that a friend found the picture on Twitter and then they shared it to them and then they shared it to me. And then they later on sent me more pictures of the actual Twitter account and some more text, some more descriptions, and then the actual image of the concept design. So there's a lot to unpack here. It's very interesting. The account that posted the design was at Dolly Doll, and apparently it's now even deleted. Like the whole account is gone. So that was the first image on the account, the concept design that I have also covered here, just to be careful again. And then the second image seems to be the start of a description of some sorts that has something to do with Ever After High. Is this text somehow related to something Ever After High returning, or maybe having a crossover in Gen 3? Ooh, I don't know, but it's juicy. I will translate the text in a bit, but it's a very long text and it seems to be actually a screenshot from like a messenger app. Like to me, it looks very similar to WhatsApp, like when you send text, or the messenger app on iPhone, or maybe just like a Telegram. That's also, there's a lot of messaging apps. So it just looks like it's a screenshot from an actual messaging app that someone sent to them. For some, I don't know, again, it's very like there's a lot of loose ends here. Like it's like, okay, it's from a text messaging app, but who sent them this text? And like we don't really know how valid or how legit this information is. It gets really mysterious here on the last post, which is a picture of actually the new Portals album by Melanie Martinez. You know, it's a picture where it's like R.I.P. Crybaby, you know, it's like part of the whole story. But here, instead of like R.I.P. Crybaby, they covered the Crybaby with the Ever After High logo. So again, what does this mean? Is this just like a fun little, you know, edit, and it's just like signifying, oh, Ever After High is gone, R.I.P. Ever After High, because, you know, Ever After High has been discontinued since like a long time now. So maybe it's a sign that it might return. Maybe it's a sign that, again, a crossover. I don't know, but it's very mysterious. It's very, like, I just have more questions now. Like, I don't, like, this is very ominous, you know? Like, what is happening here? And also, like, why Portals? Like, they could have just said, like, just R.I.P. Ever. No, but it's, like, specific to Portals. Like, specific to the image here. So I don't know. So as any other normal basic bitch would do, I went on over to Google Translate and I put in this image to see like what it means, and it turns out that was Arabic, you know, the language, the writing, and here is a text now translated to English, and wow. It reads Ever After High. Cupid, which they write here Kobido, but it's obviously Cupid. Cupid is a new student at Monster High who had to quickly transfer to Monster High because her old school, Ever After High, in another world, was destroyed by a mysterious force. All of the Monster High students accepted her warmly, and Cupid showed her friendly personality from the very beginning. However, one day, Cleo brings about a terrible event in the world of Monster High that unleashes a powerful curse that affects love and romance in the entire school, and everyone becomes vulnerable. However, Cupid was able to share her expertise in the field of love and romance to help the students at Monster High to overcome the effects of this devastating curse. Thanks to Cupid, the students were able to regain their normal state, and things are back to normal. With this, Cupid becomes a heroic character at Monster High and shows everyone in school her power and authority. Since then, Cupid has become an integral part of the extended Monster High family and has proven herself to be a trusted friend many times over. How does this connect to the last picture though? That, edit of Crybaby, RIP with the Ever After High on top instead. I guess it's like a little sign that Ever After High has been destroyed, and maybe that's like a school that Cupid had to transfer from because it was destroyed. I don't know. I feel like that makes sense. They don't really say Ever After High has been destroyed in a description, obviously, but I mean, it says Cupid had to transfer to Monster High because her old school in another world had been destroyed. So I mean, Cupid is known for amongst other things. She is known because she is in both Monster High and the Ever After High worlds. She can cross between those two worlds, and I think that is no coincidence here when stated that she had to transfer to Monster High from her old school. The old school is probably Ever After High, and that makes sense then with the Crybaby edit here with RIP Ever After High. I mean, I guess that means now that in Gen 3, if this description does relate to Gen 3, I guess that means that Ever After High will be a part of Gen 3 in some kind of capacity, but it will be known because it's destroyed. So I don't know. I mean, that's just a hunch. That's just like a guess. There's many guesses. I don't know. It could mean anything. It could mean nothing. And I mean, this could all be fake. So it could be fake. It doesn't have to, it doesn't have to be real. It could be fake. So let's talk about the description. So I think the actual story reminds me a little bit of the, Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love movie, where we actually got to see C.I. Cupid. She made her debut in the CG world, in her CG model. We got to see her there, and I don't think she really appeared in too many other Monster High episodes or movies. So it was a treat because she looked amazing, and she played a really big role in that movie. But the plot was very similar in that there was a big curse of some sorts that made a lot of students at Monster High fall in love with other random students. So that sounds very familiar to me with this new plot in the description. But it's obviously not the same thing because there's many different things that are different in this new description. Obviously, Cupid is a new student at Monster High. She transferred because of her because her old school had been destroyed. That's different. That's definitely not the same. And then Cleo is actually the one here who unleashes the curse. And it's actually a curse now instead of like just Cupid's arrows being used like in the movie. So that's also different. And then, of course, the ending is very similar in that Cupid kind of like saves the day. In the movie, I believe she's actually affected by the curse by the arrows herself. So I don't think she actually saves the day, but someone, I don't know who saves the day. I don't remember that. But in the description, Cupid is the one who saves everyone with her expertise on love and romance, obviously being the daughter of Cupid. So that makes sense. So that's very different. It's very similar. It's very similar to the movie plot, but it's different enough. And so that kind of makes me think like, okay, it's probably something different. Now, I thought maybe this could just be a story in like from one of those many Ever After High books or Monster High books. I have not read any of those books. So please tell me if this story, if this little description here is actually just taken from one of those books. Because then that will explain like, okay, what is this actually tied to? Because then we know it's not actually Gen 3, it's just part of the books. But I don't have any knowledge of this description prior to now. So this sounds to me like it's a new plot, and this sounds to me like it might be obviously a new story plot for Gen 3 when Cupid gets introduced, because obviously we also have her new concept design that obviously is no coincidence. Like I definitely think everything that was posted on the Twitter account, the picture of the Crybaby edit with Ever After High, and then this description, and then the design leak. I think those three pictures that were posted they were posted for a reason. because they all have to do with the same thing, which is Cupid's return in Gen 3, and end of story plot being revealed in this little description. So I think there's a 50-50 chance that this is real. It's very plausible. It makes sense to me, and it definitely sounds like a story that would be in a new episode and the new animated series. And then of course we also have the biggest proof if it is real, which is the concept design of Cupid, which does look, yet again, I'm not showing it here, but if you saw the thumbnail, it's not too clear. The most of it is covered by the Mattel logo, and it's kind of blurry, but I can see enough to say that I kind of feel like it's real. It's real. It probably is real. And I'm saying this because, you might think it looks fishy. It might look sketchy. It looks fake. Well, let's go back to when the other concept designs were leaked for like Howleen, Claude, Abby, the Werecat twins, Twyla, all the characters who had their own little debut in a specific episode. All of those characters had a design leak that happened a while ago, and every time those leaks came out, people were iffy about it. The actual design people thought to some degree it could be fake, it could not be real, because they look so different. So that to me definitely feels like what I'm feeling now with this new design leak for Cupid, because I'm thinking it looks fake, but then I thought the exact same thing when all the other designs leaked, and look what turned out. Well, look what happened. They all turned out to be real. They all turned out to be they turned out to look exactly like the designs that were leaked. So to me, that is definitely, it gives me enough pause for this to have some legitimacy, because it definitely could be real. So I think, again, it's a 50-50 that the design could be real, and that the plot, if it has anything to do with this design, is also real. It's a 50-50 in my eyes. The design, I think, is actually maybe almost 100% real, because again, it just looks so much like what we've seen before with other design leaks. The concept art, the art style, the framing of it, the sizing of with the Claudine character, height. So it's all there. And it's also on the same sheet that we always see on these concept design leaks. So it's definitely, it looks very real to me. Again, it's not confirmed, but I think it's pretty real, at least for me. And if it's fake, then okay, well, what can I do? I'm just relaying what I see here, and to me this is very real. To me it's more like just a plot that could be fake or could not, I'm not sure about the plot, the description, if that's really real, legit, and if that's really the introduction that they're going to use for Cupid and Gen 3, it makes sense that it could definitely happen, but I'm just not sure, because again, where's the source, who sent this text, it's just not verifiable enough. But the concept design, again, even if it's blurry, even if it's not really clear, I think she looks great. I think it could definitely be real. Again, remembering that the earlier and concept designs that got leaked for all the other characters that debuted now, they also looked iffy, they also looked sketchy, but they turned out to be real. So who's to say this is not Cupid? This could definitely be Cupid. I'm thinking that this is just maybe in season 2, because season 1 we've already gotten all of the descriptions for the episodes from season 1, and Cupid is nowhere to be seen or heard in any of the descriptions. So I'm thinking this is maybe for season 2, and that's why the quality is also very low, and it's obviously also the character model is in 3 different heights, and she's wearing the same thing, and maybe that's why there's not many variants of her outfit yet, because they're still working on her, and it's very early days in production of her design. So that makes sense to me. Definitely makes sense to me. And I'm honestly just very excited to see Cupid come back, because she is a very iconic character, and she definitely is a very good character to also tie in with Ever After High, which I think they might just do, or they might just hint towards in Gen 3, at least not maybe in season 1, but at least in season 2 for sure, whenever this episode plot will debut, also with Cupid's appearance. So there's that. To me, there's a really good chance that this might be real just because the previous designs that got leaked for other characters that debuted in their own little episodes, like Howleen, Claude, Twilight, the Werecat twins, Skelly Vonderbone, they all had their designs leaked, and lo and behold, that's exactly how they look like now. So I think, who's to say that's any different for Cupid here? That's definitely why I think the design is legit to some degree, and maybe also because they're just really still in their early stages of her design, her being maybe a character for season 2 instead, or maybe she will pop up in season 1, and one of the episodes will have the synopsis rewritten to make her to make it about her, and the description that we read is going to be the plot for her episode debut. So honestly, I think there's a good argument that this is real, that this could be real, her design, the episode synopsis for, again, her episode debut. But it could also be fake because we don't have really any sources that confirm this. We don't have enough confirmation. All we have are these little nuggets of tea. So I take it with a grain of salt. But to me, I just have a feeling it might be true. It just might be true. And she will return. Cupid is returning. And if she is legit and her character will return, then I mean the description will be legit as well, which means that, the destroyed school, which is obviously Ever After High, will also be canon in Gen 3, which is very exciting. Oh my god, I almost forgot to talk about the actual design that was leaked, if it is true. She looks the same like Cupid, thankfully, like her hairstyle is the same. And then I would say overall it's the same outfit, but the pink is no longer like pastel pink. It's more like a hot pink now instead of so it's brighter, which makes sense. G3 has been very bright with colors so far. She still has her iconic wings, and they're bony. They look amazing. She's wearing some platform shoes, some socks that have some gold and heart details as well. So yeah, I think she has like a really cute look. Her little pink dress with the black shorts underneath is also really cute. So she looks amazing, I think, and she still looks like Cupid, which is really cute. But yeah, that was a lot of talking on my part. I hope it was still enjoyable. Let me know what your thoughts are down below for CA Cupid's return. Do you think it could just be true? Do you think it's too iffy? What are your thoughts on Ever After High also being part of the Gen 3 lore and canon, and it being part of the world, and maybe they're returning? I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't already, so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way daily and keeping you up to date with all the loyalty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.